All right, we back. How you doing? That's right. Unwind with me, sit with me, and let's talk for a minute. All right, so we are in D3. That's right, we in day 3. How you feeling about that? I told you I was gonna keep my word. It's my bond. All right, so that being said, I did go ahead and decided to really take some time to not only make sure that I kept my information up to par, but I also wanted to make sure that um, we were able to get to the next thing. The next thing we're going to talk about today, we've been talking about this week, is all about chemistry and versus compatibility. That's huge, right? So, that being said, how are we feeling so far about what we talked about? So far, we've discussed the fact that when it comes to compatibility, it's really all about, and that's for those of you who have just joined and maybe have not been able to look at the day 2, that compatibility in a relationship is really truly about having not just core values, but having good communication and also sharing your goals. So we're going to be about it. We're going to talk about it, be about it, all those good things. Let me get to my notes, guys. Boop. All right. So that being said, let's get to it. So when it comes to compatibility, and it comes to a partner in your life, a main thing that's very important is chemistry, for sure. When I think about chemistry, I think about people's like, oh, that's science. You put a little of this, you put a little of that, and at the end, you come out with something big. Yeah, that's true too, because you bring this to the table, I bring this to the table. We're bringing things to the table. In this case, I think about we're both cooking together. Like we're cooking with gas. Some of us are cooking so fast that we're about to burn the house down. So in the case of capability, it slows down. You're not boiling over. It's brewing. It's coming. It's bringing the essence. You're smelling the aromas. You're getting to know each other. You're sharing information. You're being, yes, that's right. You're being a little vulnerable. And all y'all like, well, I got to be vulnerable. I don't understand why I got to be vulnerable. I just want to be strong. You be strong and they're strong. Who's going to be vulnerable? Who's going to hear each other? Who's going to be able to pull back and go, okay, wait a minute. They sound like they have something they really went through. I want to hear what they have to say. How are you going to find out if you're compatible? You can be compatible in so many different areas. So we're going to talk about chemistry. Let's just get into that. Let's go. Chemistry is the initial spark you feel with somebody. You meet somebody, you're like, I feel like I've known you all my life. What does this come from? The lure that drives you to create an attraction that allows you to connect from the beginning. You're at a party, you're in the kitchen, you're getting your glass, I don't know, a wine or something out the fridge at someone's house. You look up, they're like, can you get me one too? You listen to the voice, you're like, they have a nice voice, whoever that is. You turn around, that person all of a sudden strikes up with you and says, oh, how did you know I wanted that beer? I could have wanted the other one. You're like, well, you should have been in the refrigerator before me. And you start laughing and you just have a rapport with each other right off the get go, right? So that's the beginning, the rapport, right? So all of it takes is a surface level interest to start off with chemistry. But that's one compatibility, surface, right? You can move forward with chemistry without knowing a relationship, and then it may prove to be, compatible. But how does that begin? First and foremost, the events that indicate strong chemistry include exciting dates, and then, okay, the S word, a lot of sex, novel experience. These are vital parts of a building relationship. So let me rewind that. Events that indicate strong chemistry are the physicalities, the exciting dates, those private moments between two lovers, and other experiences. Those are parts that are valuable in building a relationship, but they incite when someone says, "Oh, they're in the honeymoon phase," but they're not married. There you go. A period of time when you see the other person through rose colored glasses. You put those glasses on and you're like, Oh, you are perfect for me. You're everything I've been looking for. I just can't believe I'm with you. I didn't know how you found me. You don't have any arguments. You don't even discuss the meat and potatoes of it all, you know what I mean? Like the heaviness of it. You don't go deep enough. You don't talk about that. My favorite color is blue, so is mine. Oh my God. I've been to such and such. I've traveled all over the world, blah, 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 blah. But you don't talk about anything that has to do with anything here in the heart, in the soul, in your spirit. You talk about everything around you. You talk about how so and so gets on your mind nerves when you get in the car. You don't discuss anything that adds to more because what? You got rose-colored glasses on. All you're trying to do, all you see is see beautiful. He's good looking. He's your kind. She's a beautiful woman. She's your type. Whoever it may be, they make you feel great, giddy, and happy. You laugh the whole time. That's great. That's awesome that they make you laugh. But it's unlikely that you would come together with your partner in the first place if there wasn't any chemistry. So, chemistry is an important part of being compatible. Not going to dispute that at all. But when it comes to long term potential and partner compatibility, that's the part now. You're saying surface level. We talked about surface level. You just meet somebody at a party, like each other, like what you see, like what you say, like how you feel, like how they hold you, love the moments you have with them privately, intimately, those intimate moments that you share. You're all about it, love it, love it, love it. But you haven't got to know them maybe emotionally, maybe spiritually. Have you prayed together over dinner? Maybe not. Maybe you have. I don't know. Maybe that's not your thing. Maybe that's their thing. Maybe they haven't told you. It's a lot of things you gotta dig, people. That's why it is all about figuring out if this new relationship is moving in the direction of compatibility. It can be challenging, right? It is possible to have a large amount of chemistry, and I mean large, to the point where you're like, I was gonna call you and you called me first. Oh my God. Oh my God, he made my coffee with my cream. Oh my God. He told me that he met me for world. He sent roses to my car. A note on my car. Oh my God. But you've never met their parents, you've never seen their children, you've never met their dog, you haven't been to their house, you've only been to theirs, they only been to yours. That's a lot of things. Chemistry can bring across a lot. You can have a a large amount of chemistry, while knowing the person does not satisfy your want in a full relationship. Let me repeat that one more time. It is possible to have a large amount of chemistry while knowing the person does not satisfy what you want in a full relationship. So then that's where you have to ask yourself, and you should have had this conversation with them. We're we're not compatible. We have great chemistry. But if I were to think about having a relationship and I'm looking for a full long term relationship, this is not the person for me. That person may think this is going great. Oh my goodness. We're going to take our time. I'm a slow burner anyway. I don't want to jump into intimacy. I don't want to jump into any of those things. But this person wants it, and I don't want to lose them because they seem good to me. But then you never discuss anything that has any real, true growth behind it, whether it's emotional growth, whether it's intellectual growth or stimulating conversations. You talk about basketball, football. Don't get it wrong. Sports is wonderful to discuss. Better to go see. But it's surface. What team are you with? Da 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 da. Okay, great. What do you like to eat? Such and such and such. Okay, great. But nothing about what do you want to be in 5 years from now? Everybody's like, oh my God, that's what they asked me when I have a interview. Well, guess what? If you're trying to get a job, you're trying to get a job to last you how long? You got to be what? Compatible with the people at your job. Meaning, your job has to be something that stimulates not just your brain cells, but gets you so excited to go in there work every day. And maybe at some points it dies down. You're like, I can't go to work today. I need vacation. Get a vacation. Why is it when we come back from vacation, we ready to go? Our adrenaline is up. We're pumped to go. Boop, 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 boop. Let's show this. Let's show up, show out. I'm going to win that award. I'm going to make that happen. That sales pitch is happening. This is going to happen with this. Look at me. And I'm about to test. I'm about to train. I'm about to do all these things. Because what? You found what makes you happy. Me getting on here talking to you right now is exciting me. My adrenaline's up. As a wellness coach, I'm hoping that I'm reaching someone's heart. I'm hoping I reach someone's spirit to the point that they think, wait a second. Man, I was listening to Lotus D the other day, and she told me, or she mentioned something that she learned. Because none of this stuff is coming just from me, people. I'm coming with I'm coming with knowledge that I've acquired. Not just me saying, spitting off stuff because I think I am all wise. No, it's because one thing and one thing only: research. I come with information because I want to give you all the right information each and every time. So, back to chemistry. You have to have a well-balanced list. Mm-hmm. You know those co's and those cons and the pros and cons and pros. I don't know what the co's came from. But you want to have a well-balanced list that points to partnership that can hold both stability and passion. That's right. Stability is part of what? Being, that's right, compatible. That's what that is. And then passion is that chemistry. You want to have both. So really and truly, peeps, having both is the way to go. Now, we are going to go into number 3 tomorrow. And tomorrow is going to be about the signs of capability. Like, what is that? What are signs of that? What do signs look like? What they be like? So, core values, basic views of life, money, and that's right, money's included. Because some of y'all break up with each other because somebody ain't got enough money, or somebody spends too much money, or somebody they talks about money too much and don't do nothing about money, or don't like to work. You all know what I'm speaking of, okay? And then honesty. They be lying about their job. They get up every day and dress, and they ain't going nowhere. They get in their car and they just drive down the street. Someone told me that. I had to tell y'all about that story another day. I don't want to put them out on blast. Communication, talking and solving fights in a calm and kind way. And then 3, sharing goals. All right, we're going to talk about this tomorrow. I'll see y'all then. Bye. And thank you for winding with me. This is Lotus D, and I'm out.